Golden State Warriors beat the Philadelphia 76ers 120-112. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're talking about the bench. Jordan Poole, JaMychal Green, the boys. Yes, Gary Payton II is going to return soon, hopefully. And, T's and P's out to Andrew Wiggins. Hopefully, whatever's going there, he'll be back. But Jordan Poole last year caught on fire, and he was a huge part of why this team won a championship. But the reason why they won a championship as a whole was because they had a bench. All right, let's talk about this team. Jordan Poole is showing that he can be that go-to guy. I mean, he dropped 33 tonight, and he's been an interesting catalyst to this team this year. And having Jordan Poole out here, being able to play off Steph Curry, who had 29 points, of course, who Steph's being phenomenal this year. And look, they were able to contain Embiid to, he had 13 of 23 from the field. Like, Klay Thompson had 21. Looney had 6 points with 10 rebounds. And first off, doesn't come on Looney look like the tiredest player of all time. I love him. 10 points, 10 assists, and 7 rebounds for Draymond Green. And this is just showing, the guys have had it. But the reason why I believe in this team, specifically the Warriors, I'm not going to sit here and say they're going to win a championship because the Milwaukee Bucks look insane. But, don't count the Warriors out is the theme of this video. Because when you have a guy like Jordan Poole coming in, dropping 33 points in 32 minutes, all right, you have Anthony Lamb, JaMychal Green, Jonathan Kuminga, and the thought is when Andrew Wiggins and Gary Payton II come back, Andrew Wiggins in the starting lineup, and then you have Dante DiVincenzo and Gary Payton II and Jordan Poole, arguably as your first 3 guys off the bench, not the pool, but that pun might have been intended. And then you have Kuminga, JaMychal Green, and Anthony Lamb behind those 3 guys. Like, they're 11 guys deep. And in the NBA, having, a talented starting lineup like Wiggins, Thompson, Curry, Looney, and Green is important. But having a strong bench with depth is equally crucial. That's why they won last year with Nemanja Bjelica, Otto Porter, Gary Payton II. A deep bench provides the Warriors with several benefits, including, obviously, the increased flexibility, versatility in lineups, letting your players rest, and reduces the risk of injuries. Steph, Klay's getting up there, Dre, they're all getting up there in age, even Clevon. Well, one of the key benefits of a deep bench is the game strategy. Steve Kerr is able to have multiple talented players depending on the team they're playing to come off the bench, allowing Kerr to adjust his game plan based on the opponents, the Grizzlies, the Suns, whatever their strengths and weaknesses are. If an opposing team has a guy like Nikola Jokic, maybe you bring in off the bench JaMychal Green to help out Draymond Green and Kevon Looney, or maybe you try to expose him and you just leave Draymond in there and you try to bring him out or something. But by having a deep bench, you can do that. And then having a deep bench allows you to rest the starters in periods of the playoff games, because we know how long this season is. Steve Kerr gets an opportunity to rest the players without having to sacrifice the team's performance. And a rested starting lineup is obviously going to perform way better. Think about football, for example. Why do they say they want to run the ball time of possession? Let your defense, get that fatigue, I guess relinquished would be the right word. But I really think, having talented reserve players like a Kuminga, like a Poole, like a Green, like a Lamb, all right, like a DiVincenzo, a Gary Payton II, also keeps the team's momentum and morale. It helps you continue to, impose your will. And it also builds that winning culture because people are buying in. When they know multiple guys are buying in or set up, all right, and are able to contribute when needed and can be trusted on each other and work together for the goal of a championship, that builds a sense of unity and is what helps build a winning culture that extends beyond the court and into the playoffs and into the locker room, and just why this team, the Warriors, have achieved long-term success. They know how to do this. So having a deep bench is critical for the Golden State Warriors and any NBA team. But for the Warriors, if they want to compete at the highest level, they need this strong bench, that 11-man deep bench that I've talked about all video. A strong bench provides this team with the increased flexibility, improved rest for starters, reduce injury risk, and the opportunity to build a winning culture while talented starting lineup is like what they have is important, but they can't win this championship if they don't have the health and the deep bench, because that's the difference from this team being, a first, second, third round, out playoff team, or being the ones who are holding up the trophy again at the end of the year. I want to hear your thoughts. We're on the way to 20,000 subscribers. So if you guys want to help out the channel, hit that like, subscribe button. But that's it for me. Peace out.